setting up the thing, I can start. So good morning to all of you for joining this morning. And I would like to welcome our chairman, Dr. Kakotkar, Professor Asu Sharma, Secretary ST, Professor Rao, IIT-Delhi Director, and my colleague, Registrar of TIFAC, Mr. Chauhan, and all the speakers. It's a wonderful day today. But before I go into things, I want to tell the history of that particular lamp that we lighted. I was working on wildlife tracking, and we tried to capture the movement of wildlife and convert it into energy. And that process, we were trying to use a magnet, moving magnet to get the energy. And this we discussed with Dr. Ranjan, who is a professor in NSIT. And eventually that wildlife thing did not happen, but what has happened is you see there, that when you shake that match, electric match, the magnetic energy lights up and it actually stores energy in a supercapacitor. And from there, through wireless communication, it lights up that lamp. So that's the outcome of that research, which was to actually track wildlife. So, 2 years back, at the same event, we discussed a topic that was future of brain, a race between mind and machine, how computers and brain are racing with each other. And this time we thought that we'll go further and look at how exponential technologies are going to impact the future of human life itself and the species itself. And we keep track of technology trends. We are seeing so every single day there's a new development that is taking place that seems to be going into exponential phase of these various technologies. And there's a formal definition of exponential technology that we'll discuss in the technical session. But we felt that it was important to discuss this issue and bring it to the attention of all the people. In addition to the various experts on artificial intelligence, neuroscience, and so on that we have lined up for the technical session, we also have Mr. Prashant Bhushan, a famous lawyer, coming in right after lunch, unless he gets stuck with the Supreme Court case that's going on. But he's promised that he'll come. And we wanted to see whether we can come up with a law to regulate human rights for robots. European Union is already discussing this, so that will happen right after lunch at 2:30. And we'll try to see if we can work towards that. So that's why we have called him. Unfortunately, he agreed to come. So let me go over to the highlight of TIFAC activities this last 1 year. There's a forum we get to actually join hands with people in general and talk about what we have done so far. The TIFAC has been trying for the last few years. And we have been trying to align ourselves to core mandate of TIFAC of being a technology think tank for the country. And this process we are also serving a role in areas of national priorities. Our focus has been more on in-house contribution in addition to domain experts, and many of you are present here. We take your help in this process, but we have tried to develop in-house expertise. What we have done is that all the action-oriented programs, we are trying to take help of various stakeholders rather than taking it in our own hands. In terms of expertise, foresight methodology, we have now, last few years, we have developed good expertise. Through horizontal scanning process, we keep track of all the technology trends that happens around the globe on daily basis. So every day, 15-20 technology news of global importance is shared through our Facebook account and then tweeted through Twitter. And we have hundreds of followers, both the Facebook as well as Twitter, both within India and abroad. Many people use this actually to bring out newsletters based on what we do. Plus the patent analysis part has become an important part of activities. We have been facilitating patents for almost 2 decades. But last few years we are starting to use this for our foresight and many other things that are happening around. For example, recently we got a request from DIPP that in foreign direct investment there is some preference given to technologies with cutting edge. The request is that can we certify whether the particular technology somebody is trying to bring in under FDI is cutting edge or not. So we are going to use this technology like patent analysis and horizontal scanning to actually look at all this and say that yes, really it is cutting edge or it's not cutting edge. Somebody is just trying to get the discounts that are available. In addition, we are trying to work on quantitative foresight methodology, early work started. And in this process, we are also trying to set up National Technology Information System. And today's discussion, there's some interesting points that's there, but I don't have time to go into details of this. We released Technology Vision 2025 last year. Honorable Prime Minister released this on Indian Science Congress in Mysore on January 3, 2016. This document actually talks about 12 prerogatives, 6 on the top are individual, 6 at the bottom are collective. I don't have time to go into details, we had discussed this earlier foundation days. Then each of these prerogatives we have made a technology table at different stages. This technology table has technology ready to deploy on the left side, technology which needs to go from lab to field, technology which needs targeted development, and technology which is in imagination. What we have seen that technology which is in imagination is very important. We thought something will happen in 15, 20 years or may not happen. We saw that while we were preparing the document, many of the technology started to happen already. So technology is happening at a much faster rate than we expect, and technology diffusion is also taking place at a much faster rate, which also means technology obsolescence is also very high. So technology foresight is going to play a very important role because of this, because by the time we realize we are bringing some technology, technology would have changed completely. In fact, what's happening that a student enters the BTech program in the first year, what he's learning by the time he goes out, the technology has changed. So the exponential technology that we are talking today is very important from that point of view, as well as from foresight point of view. We'll identify 10 grand challenges as part of this document. Last year we discussed 3 issues of this. One was related to eliminating female child anemia. We joined hands with the Indian Council of Medical Research, and I'm glad to inform you that outcome of this was that Indian Council of Medical Research has started, along with TIFAC, a program to first identify why anemia we are not able to make an impact. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has joined in this, and also Ministry of Women and Child Development. So through this process, we are first trying to look at both all kinds of anemia affecting children as well as women. Similarly, we had discussed last year of Indian language to Indian language translation. Now, Department of Electronics at IIT is working on this. They have started in a small way, and we are discussing now to expand this. So that's very easy to translate from one Indian language to another Indian language, not going via English route. The third thing we had discussed last time was related to assistive technology. And thanks to Prime Minister, now it's been put up such a high pedestal that National Science Day this time is being celebrated with that particular theme. And also Children's Science Congress, this theme has been put into, and so Prime Minister's office is directly taking. So all the 3 themes we discussed, various stakeholders have taken note of that and started to move forward. In addition, the number 7 grand challenge is taking railway to rail in Tawang. You might have seen the newspaper that the government has put this on priority list. In addition, they have added a couple of more places. So Tawang is being worked upon. As part of Technology Vision 2025, we were preparing roadmaps in 12 sectors of importance to achieve that vision. Out of those 12 sectors, we have released 5 reports in 2016, starting with materials to manufacturing, medical science and healthcare, information and communication technology, and transportation, which we did just on 23rd December. As a part of our action, we are going to work with various stakeholders, like what I talked about. So we like Indian Council of Medical Research, Heavy Industry, Niti Aayog, and so on. So we are working with various stakeholders rather than taking action in our own hand. In Technology Vision 2022, we had a different approach. As a follow-up of this, we are not only keeping in mind Technology Vision 2025, but 2 other commitments that country has made of sustainable development goals and climate change commitments. We are keeping all this in mind while we are preparing our action plans, and in addition to many other aspects that we are keeping in mind, like we are preparing documents for various ministries, state government, industry, and so on. I don't have time to go into details of these. I just want to show you one example. For example, one of the prerogatives was on safe and speedy mobility, where we said that within the country, no place should be more than 3 hours away from a district headquarters, 5 hours away from a state capital, and 8 hours away from a national capital. Now, if we just make this a statement, then nobody is going to pay any attention to this. So what we are doing is we are doing quantitative work. For example, this is using Google Maps, the data that they have collected, writing a script to collect information from there, and then we've taken Howrah district, and we have tried to calculate from each panchayat what is the time that takes to travel to district headquarters. So our effort is to make this map on the national scale and then bring in to policymakers that this is the red area, this is the orange area, this is the green area. Then it will be very easy for them to start action. So this is the kind of work we're starting where quantitative work is very important.